Hi everyone, Phil from Tech for Techs. Today we're going to be looking at this from Lexar. It is the SL200. It's basically a portable solid state drive. Now prices on solid state drives, and especially a lot of hardware at the moment, it seems to be going up and down on a daily basis. So I suggest for checking the latest prices, you click the link in the description below. Okay, as you can see, we've got the Lexar SL200 portable SSD. Gives you a nice picture of the SSD there. From the picture, it looks like a traditional 2.5-inch SSD, which has been put in some sort of casing. It says up to 550 megabytes per second, and that's read. I have read on the website it's 400 megabytes per second write. This is the 512 gigabyte version. It's USB 3.1 Type C. It's got performance, portability, durability, and protection on there as well. So pretty straightforward. Looks like they use the same box for all the different sizes. They just change the sticker on it. On the sides, it gives you the different connections. It's a Type-C connection on the actual drive. I'm guessing it comes with a cable, and it gives you the dimensions and the widths and everything there. On the back, it gives you a bit more information up to the 550 megabytes per second. So it includes 256-bit encryption software on there as well, so that's pretty good. So you've got really fast speeds, protection, durable, so pretty much everything you need. So let's have a look inside the box. Okay, so this is what we've got inside the box. We've got the Lexar SSD Quick Start Guide and Warranty. Like any other man on the planet, I'm generally not going to read the instruction manual, and hopefully we don't need to use this. So otherwise, inside we have two cables. You've got a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable, so that usually plugs into your newer types of devices like smartphones, new laptops, PCs generally have Type-C connections, tablets and stuff like that as well. So one Type-C would go in that end, and the other Type-C would plug into whatever device you were going to be using it with. We've also got a USB Type-C to standard USB Type-A, or classic Type A connection, as I'll call it, because a lot of people don't know the difference between all the letters. But this is the normal connection you would use for most PCs, devices, laptops and so forth. It is a blue on the end, which does mean it's USB 3 type. This is actually 3.1 speeds on here. So again, you would just plug that cable into the drive, and then this end you would plug into your laptop or PC or any other device what takes that connection. So it's pretty straightforward to use. Let's have a close-up look at the actual device. So here we go. So as you can see on there, it says Lexar. It's sort of a plain finish, and then it goes on to sort of textured finish along the top. It feels like plastic rather than aluminium. I might be wrong, 1 second. It's hard to tell, but I would say that is a plastic finish on there. But it does feel quite sturdy. You would have to give it a good bump or bang for it to break. The other side, again, that texture flows through, tells you the physical size as well as the model numbers on the bottom as well. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. There's no buttons. There is a little light which will light up when you plug it in. Bear in mind, this cable here, just so you know, is roughly 50 centimeters long, including the connections on the end. So if I was to plug that into a USB port on my laptop here, you can hear it go ping ping, and there you can see the little light flashing as it's loading it up. And on the drive itself, when I plugged it into my PC, it does say there is a quick start guide in there, as well as Lexar Data Safe Windows, and there's also a Mac version in there as well. So that's for, obviously, if you're wanting to encrypt it and stuff like that. So the software is on the drive itself. You don't have to download it. So otherwise, that's pretty much it. We're going to do some speed tests now, see if it does actually get up to that 550 megabytes per second read and 400 write, and see how consistent it is. Okay, as you can see here, we've done the tests on the drive with the speeds. We've used Atto as well as Crystal Disk Mark to test the speeds. We've also got the drive open, and I'm going to do a quick copy test as well, just to see obviously real time how long it takes to copy. We have got this connected to a PC using USB 3.1 Gen 2 connector, so it's using the Type C connector, so it should go at the fastest speed as possible, so there shouldn't be any issues there. As you can see, the Atto disk benchmark there, it picked up read speeds of around about 541 megabytes a second, which is pretty good. They do advertise 550 though. The write speeds will get in quite most of the time above 400, nearly 500, and even slightly over 500 megabytes per second, which is exceptionally good because they only quote 400, and well, it definitely got well above 400. Just to verify those tests, we run Crystal Disk Mark, as you can see here, and you can see the read speed is 568.31 megabytes. The write speed is 523. So again, the read speed here is actually slightly faster than what the quote, so 550 the quote, and the write speed is way faster than the 400 the quote. Again, if you average the readout between Atto and Crystal Disk Mark, you're pretty much dead on that 550. So that is pretty good to considering the only quote, especially on the write 400. And I'm going to copy this file here. And just to show you the properties of it, it's 20.6 gigabytes. It's 55 files altogether and 4 folders. It's got a combination of pictures, documents, as well as video footage in there, just to see how quickly it copies. So if I copy that and paste it straight onto this drive, as you can see, it's the L drive, and you can see it says Lexar there, and you can see all the stuff they actually put on the drive. I'm going to paste it directly in there and see how quickly that copies. Obviously, when you're copying files, you'll never get that full speed they quote. That's mainly because obviously different sizes of files and stuff like that, the way the file format works. But generally, if you're getting more than half of what they're quoting, you're doing well. And basically we're getting around about 360 megabytes per second copying onto the drive, so that's writing onto the drive itself. So that's not far off that 400 what the quote. So in real time you're getting around about 350, 360. And again, as I said, that all depends on exactly what you're copying. Smaller files, larger files will copy at different speeds and rates, and we've got a good combination of different files there. So that's pretty good. Now what we're going to do is, when that's finished, is rename the file. So here we go. So we'll rename it on the drive, and we'll just call it test on the end. Okay. So, and then I'm going to copy that back to the computer. And here it is. And that's copying back. So that's using the read speed. So in real time read speed, we're getting around about 465 to 470 megabytes per second, so that's going pretty good, to be honest with you. It's not far off the actual speeds the quote on the box for real-time read speeds. On the synthetic tests using Crystal Disk Mark and Atto, it was reading slightly higher, especially on the write speeds, than the quote on the box. So whatever way you look at it, it's performing pretty well in all honesty, so I've got no issues recommending this drive. Obviously, depending on the price you're able to get it for, we do have links in the description, so you'll be able to find the best price in your country. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.